Today's question.
When did you both realise each other were the one? Hi, I'm Naomi.
I'm Jack.
And welcome to our channel.
Today we're doing Q&A number 2, number dos, or Naomi and Jack answers number 2. So if you haven't seen it already, last week we put out a video called Naomi and Jack Answers 1, where we answered a question from the comments. What does Jack prefer, wig or natural? If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Like this.
And subscribe.
And subscribe, yes, please, thank you. Now, if you're new to Naomi and Jack Answers, the idea is that the top rated comment from the previous video, we will answer in the next video.
So get liking.
Today's question, our top rated comment, Naomi?
From Velocity Johnson. When did you both realise each other were the one?
Interesting. This is actually a comment that I think we've had on quite a few of our videos in the past. So it's obviously something people are interested in. Why don't you want to take a look?
Do you believe in the one?
Yeah. Define the one.
The one, Jack. Number one. Numero uno. Only one. No other people. Soulmates. Lifelong partners. The one.
Yes and no.
Okay, go on.
So I think basically there is a path laid out for everyone. And I guess it depends how much you stick to that path or deviate from it. But I think that, yes, I think that we were meant to meet at the time that we did. And we, together, we're meant to do great things together. So I do think that. But also it takes a lot of work. So I suppose I'm careful to say that there is the one, because I think that there's this idea that maybe when you find the one, then things are just easy and it just happens. But I suppose I'm very, very cautious of the fact that even when you find that person who you're meant to be with, or that person whose path aligns with yours, it still takes work.
Yeah.
Yes, I do believe that our paths align and that we are meant to be together. Yes. But I don't necessarily know if there's so many decisions or so many different things that both of us could have done up to this point in our lives which would have meant that we didn't meet, or that, something didn't happen. So, yeah, that's not a very concise answer. What about you?
No, I thought that was a really concise answer. I'm very aware that it's obvious to know when someone is not the one.
Yes, that's true. How to know if someone's not the one? That could be a title of another video.
I guess for me, in my limited mindset, there have been so many people that were not the one, and so many things that were just so right and so different to Jack. I cannot foresee another person existing for me that's got your attributes. You somehow managed to have everything and more I was looking for. I mean, to a large extent, I didn't even believe you were genuine, because it was just so,
We'd had some bad experiences in the past, haven't you?
Yeah, but it's not, it's one thing to have bad experiences, but it's also a thing to see other people's experiences and realise that on comparison to other people, you were just in a whole nother league. So I just wonder,
but it's not just me.
Are you just a good guy for me, or would you be a good guy for someone else? But you've obviously been in past relationships and people somehow managed to miss that.
Well, this is what I was about to say,
like,
is
how?
that it's not just me, it is the fact that you bring out the best in me. Yeah, you could say, on one hand, we're meant to be together in the sense that I'm the best person that I am when I'm with you. What more can meant to be mean than you become the best person of yourself when you're with that person? I think that we've grown so much together, and that we will continue to grow so much together, and we are different in so many ways, but also complementary in each other in so many ways. And I think it's like our differences make us a better team. If I just found another me, then it'd be self-validating and be easy, I guess. But also, in terms of achieving stuff in the future, it's a bit limiting, isn't it? You need breadth, you need differences. Like, any kind of sports team or football team, you have defenders, attackers, goalkeepers, you have a mixture of skills and abilities in order to have a good outcome. The best football team in the world, you're not going to have 11 strikers on the pitch, because you're not going to win games, are you? So
I guess it's the thing is, do you feel like your team is complete in terms of skill set, or is there someone that might have brought something to the table that we then lack together?
No, well, for me, I have no doubt that this is
Yeah.
the right thing.
So
I suppose the question is, at what point
we realised
that this was it? I don't. For me, I'm trying to think back now. It's quite difficult to pinpoint a particular moment. It is difficult because I feel like there's just been so many reinforcements at various points in our relationship that it was the right thing.
Give us some examples.
Okay, so even starting from the first thing. So as you already know, we met on Tinder. If you haven't, you can check out our other videos. But I mean, spoiler, you see so many people on Tinder and you match so many people. But from the moment of seeing your profile, before even swiping or something, I was just like, wow. And I just had this feeling that I was like, I just knew. I was like, it's really difficult to explain. And I don't want this to, maybe I shouldn't use this anecdote because it might be bad. I'm not going to use it. That's okay. We'll move on.
No, I'm interested.
But sometimes when you see something online, or for me at least, I just know. So like, for example, when I've been looking at flats before, like a flat to move into in London, flat hunting is a nightmare. So, you look at hundreds of flats online, you can find a bunch of them that meet loads of the criteria that you set out. But sometimes you just see one and for me, like the flat that we moved into before, me and my sister, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yes, this is the one. And we arranged viewings with some other ones and stuff. But like, I knew inside me, like before it even got there, I'd seen the picture, and I guess I just felt like this was the right thing, and there was just so much reinforcement for that. And I don't want to, and the reason I was hesitant is because I didn't want to compare like me getting a property or getting something to also being like getting you. I don't want to put you across as property, but that's just the decision that you make is it just feels so obvious to you that you should make the decision, and it's really difficult to sometimes put your finger on why. So even from then, I knew I was really excited to meet you, and then there's just, like I say, loads of points of reinforcement throughout. So like, for example, our first date was great. We got on really well. Our sense of humour, which is really important for me. And then in the early parts of our relationship, Naomi struggled to be sort of vulnerable with me. And when you opened up to me, or when you began to open up to me about your insecurities or your vulnerabilities, that was another big thing for me, because I felt like I really connected with you from your honesty and you just were so genuine. So even though for you were probably really nervous, or I know you were nervous about telling me about all these past things or like things you were insecure about that you thought actually I wouldn't like, in reality I actually really connected with you because you had become so open with me. And then over time, like your encouragement and support towards me, and as I saw myself grow, and I just saw things sort of fall in place in my life, going back to study, getting my place at uni, getting my job, all these sorts of things. Yeah.
So they were all just reinforcements?
Yeah. And in terms of there being like one point I can put my finger on and say, I think a lot of these things were happening subconsciously, and we've spoken about our attitudes towards marriage and why we got married young, and about how my attitude or approach towards marriage had changed. The reason we hadn't got married earlier is because I felt like I had so many things I needed to do for me. I wasn't really thinking about whether or not Naomi was the one. Like that wasn't really it. More, I was just so focused on where I needed to be, or what all these things I thought I needed to have to get married.
One thing that comes to mind is you were speaking about your father one time, and he was talking about him really believing in the one and explaining his story. And I remember you saying that you thought that about me when he spoke to you. Do you remember that?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, that's a really good point. I did. Yeah.
And I think for me, that's when I probably remember you thinking.
Yeah, that is a good point, actually. Okay, so that's my rambling answer for 15 minutes. What do you have to add now?
I agree with you. I don't know if there was specifically a moment in time where I thought you weren't the one. I had so many things to add, and now I'm just a bit taken aback. Well, it's just nice to hear what you're saying. A lot of our relationship was just easy. I know you think it's been difficult, but like just being with you was so much easier than not being with you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in terms of us getting on has been easy, but we've had to face and overcome difficulties together.
And yet it was still easier than anything else I've experienced in the past.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep interrupting.
And I think it's primarily because of who we are together. I personally feel like I'm guided a lot in life by the path of least resistance. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe we can just have this video of how you knew I was the one.
No.
I'll do another video another time.
No, you have to add in something.
No, I just don't
You
know.
look as you can.
So guys, I've just been really taken aback by what Jack had to say. I think the video is quite long already. So I will do another video answering the question. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, comment down below, and look out for the next video where I talk about how I knew he was the one. Until next time, bye!